All right, everybody. So we're going to talk about one simple thing that I think could really help Jordan Spieth drive the ball better. He's never going to drive it like Rory. Rory is supremely talented with his golf swing and his power and his speed, but there's no reason for Jordan to be near the bottom or at the bottom driving the golf ball. I think it really can go in a really positive direction for Jordan if he could just fix one simple thing. Obviously, there's multiple things he needs to probably work on with his driving of the golf ball, but I believe the source of a lot of these problems come from the way that he rotates going back. And so I've got this line set up on Rory's left shoulder, Jordan's left shoulder, just in front of the ball and just in front of the ball. And as you'll see, the left knee is slightly just like that line is on the edge of the left knee with Rory, and it's on the edge of the left knee with Jordan. And that's going to be super important as we go forward in this golf swing to show you what happens because of the way Jordan rotates going back. So let's get into it. So as we go back, okay, the first thing you're going to notice, a significant difference, is that Rory has a little bit of a shift both laterally and vertically. Lifts that left shoulder. I call that a load. That's what I felt when I was doing long driving, is this loading back right here. Loading, that lift and load motion, okay? You're going to see that Jordan doesn't do that, okay? Now, is that something he's going to add to his game? Probably not. I think it would help him, but that's not where I'm going with this post. It's just something I want to kind of showcase as I'm going to try and go through the entire swing as fast as I can for you guys. So as we go back, okay, and we get here with the club parallel to the ground, okay, the first thing that you're going to really see is the forced extension with Rory on his right and left arm. Okay, he really wants to maximize the arc. Okay, Jordan doesn't necessarily do that. His right arm's a little soft, left arm's a little soft, and it gets softer as he goes back. It's kind of just what Jordan does, and that's okay, but it's just something else that contributes to him not hitting it as far as Rory. So as we go back, what you're going to find is Rory continues rotating. He's very rotational, okay? And his hips, okay, right? That belt buckle keeps turning, right? It's still turning. Look at that thing. Look at him turn. He's still rotating all the way to the top, okay? What happens with Jordan is that he essentially stops rotating, right? He adds a hair more, about halfway back, and then he stops. And what happens is he actually starts to get a little bit, I call it taller on the right side. Okay, with a higher right hip, pushes this left knee towards the camera. Okay, Rory gets his left knee rotated more this way. Jordan pushes his knee towards the camera. Okay, gets him a little taller on this right side. His belt buckle's a little bit higher. Right hip's a little bit higher. Rory's much more level at the top with his hips. Okay, and as we come down, oh, we lost our line. I wish we would not have lost our line. I'm so sorry. Let me put the line back. Super, super important, okay? It's going to take me 1 second here, guys. 1 second. Just to show you that we're doing this on the first take here, okay? We're going to put this right on the line, just outside his left knee, just in front of the ball, okay? Just outside the left knee, or on the left shoulder, just outside the ball, okay? So as we go back, okay, we already talked about what happens as we go back. Jordan stops turning. He starts actually getting higher, right? Pushing that left knee towards the target, right? Doesn't continue that rotational move with his hips, staying level like Rory does. As we start to come down, watch what happens here. Jordan leads and pushes that left knee towards the camera more, and look how far his left knee gets in front of that line where we started, okay? That all comes from the flow, right, of what happens is as he gets up here, and as we start to flow, the knee starts pushing this way towards the camera, and he drives down, that move is now putting him in a position right here, right? It all kind of circles back together. He starts going back, right hip gets higher, left knee gets towards the camera, he starts moving down and forward, which is why he's a great short iron player, but which is also why he's such a terrible driver of the golf ball. Now watch Rory, okay? Rory does squat down to his left hip perfectly, but that left knee isn't a foot, 8 inches further forward than when we started, right? He's able to load now into that left heel, lower that hip, so he can now, what? Turn, right? Turn and then go up and explode, okay? Turn and then go up and explode, right? Spieth now has to try to go upwards by tilting the right side very dramatically. Okay, he flares the left elbow. Look at the amount of side bend in his upper body, right? He has to try to create that angle of attack by tilting and tilting and tilting, creating almost like an old school reverse C. Look how much of his body's ahead of that line, right? So now he goes down and forward with the knee and then tilts the right side, and guess what? Now he's ahead of the golf ball, trying to manufacture angle of attack by tilting, and now the golf ball is going all over the place. So rotation, 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 rotation. I believe if he just fixed the way he rotates going back, it would clean up so much of this downswing and get him in such a better position at impact and through the ball that he could really make a dramatic improvement on his ball striking with his driver. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think.